teaching abroad is sold as a lifestyle package. You pack a bag, move to a new country, and explore foreign cities on a premium salary. This line graph maps out the actual reality of international compensation over a 15-year career. The bottom line stagnates between $18,000 and $35,000, while the top tier aggressively curves up to over $180,000. The gap between those two lines is $150,000. And in the international school circuit, simply logging 15 years of classroom time will not cross it. Instead, international schools use a rigid system of credential evaluations as the primary mechanism for scaling your pay. Your licenses and degrees act as the formal gates to each higher bracket. Navigating this system requires you to treat professional development as a financial investment. You have to calculate the exact return on investment for every degree you pursue. Reaching the highest pay tiers requires you to transition out of being a standard classroom educator and into the role of a heavily credentialed educational manager. This step function chart breaks down the timeline, starting with the 0 to 2 year mark. If you are a new graduate, holding a standard bachelor's degree is no longer enough to secure a premium position. Schools demand a recognized teaching qualification as an absolute baseline. You need qualified teacher status, a PGCE, or a state teaching license just to get past the initial application screening. Holding these certifications makes you eligible for the entry-level bracket, which pays between $18,000 and $35,000 annually. The financial and time cost to earn these teaching licenses is steep, and your initial payout abroad might actually be lower than taking a domestic entry-level job. Many early career educators accept this math. They trade immediate wealth generation for the cultural experience of living overseas. This entry gate is a high-cost, low-yield phase. Its primary value is simply getting your foot in the door of the global education market. After 5 years, you hit the mid-career trap. Without new credentials, a teacher with half a decade of experience remains stuck in that baseline salary band. Breaking out of this plateau requires a specific input. You need hands-on teaching experience in premium international frameworks, specifically the International Baccalaureate or the Cambridge curriculum. Schools also expect you to present a track record of continuous professional development to prove you are actively upskilling. This specific curriculum expertise pushes you into the next tier, moving your compensation up to the $35,000 to $60,000 bracket. The trade-off here is heavy. Earning IB experience means sacrificing your personal time for specialized workshops. Often, it forces teachers to relocate to less desirable regions just to get a premium school name on their resume. This is the inflection point. Educators moving abroad now start seeing a competitive return on investment compared to earnings in their home country. Phase 2 separates educational tourists from career professionals. It demands a constant sacrifice of time to stay competitive. The ultimate financial ceiling scales rapidly, jumping from $80,000 to over $180,000 for elite placements. Reaching this level requires a mandatory credential. You need a premium master's degree, typically a Master of Education. You also have to meet a secondary requirement, transitioning completely out of the standard classroom and into a leadership role, like head of department or principal. An MEd requires a massive financial investment, and taking the job means you permanently trade interacting with students for managing school governance, bureaucracy, and demanding parents. The competition at this level is fierce. Recruiters verify backgrounds, leadership history, and past performance metrics with extreme scrutiny. Reaching the highest salary brackets requires a shift in priorities. You stop being a teacher and start operating as an executive. Looking only at these base salaries underestimates exactly how much wealth an international teacher can accumulate. This split-screen graphic illustrates the hidden paycheck. A domestic teacher loses a massive portion of their income to taxes, rent, and healthcare. The international package often includes free accommodation, annual airfare, comprehensive medical insurance, and highly valuable tuition discounts for dependents. You get these perks by surrendering your independence. You rely entirely on your employer for your visa, your housing security, and your legal status in a foreign country. The expat package is the true financial multiplier, allowing you to save a massive percentage of your income. But it works only if you accept total reliance on the school. The data lays out a clear reality. Years of experience won't increase your pay unless matched by a relentless accumulation of specific credentials. This flowchart maps your options. For the $35,000 band, follow Path A, get a license, avoid a master's. For the $90,000 band, Path B demands a master's and IB training. Path C warns purists. Peak pay requires administrative management. The international circuit is not a guaranteed windfall. It is a highly structured, transactional ladder. Before you pack a suitcase, calculate the exact cost of the credentials required and decide which rung of the ladder you will pay for.